Halos ayaw nang tumigil sa suntukan ang Pinoy na si Jerry Peñalosa at ang kinatatakutang boksingero ng Mexico na si Tomas Rojas. Para bang kung sino ang bumagsak, talo na. Matapos maging World Boxing Foundation Super Flyweight Champion, nagkasunod-sunod na ang panalo ni Jerry Peñalosa. Pero may isang matinding boksingero ang humamon kay Peñalosa at ang mga kamao nito napakadelikado, si Tomas Rojas ng Mexico. Ang laban ay naganap sa Araneta Coliseum sa Pilipinas. Naggantihan ng suntok si Peñalosa at si Rojas sa pagsisimula ng round 1, pero bago matapos ang unang round, umatake ng napakaraming suntok ang Mexican boxer na si Tomas Rojas.
At this stage of his career at age 33, to be off for a few years is actually good for him, as long as he certainly appears to have his timing.
Yeah, you don't get hit for a couple years until your reflexes get a chance to get back in sync, and you're not too old. Not much difference between 33, say, and 31.
And look at this, Rojas is bombs away everything he can. He only lost his fight, by a split decision in Japan.
That were happening at that time. But for Rojas, it's been a risk-reward scenario with the power, and he hasn't gotten the reward, but he has faced plenty of risk.
Hey, on fight of the evening with his former world champ, working on a guy who would love to be in that territory. Look at this action! Whoa! How about that right hand shot?
Sa round 2, parang walang kapaguran si Rojas. Banat ng banat si Peñalosa. Hindi ganun karami ang suntok, pero pag tumama naman, nayayanig si Rojas.
Opens up so much when he throws that big right hand. The Peñalosa just trying to time his right hand shot right back. Swing to the left. When he comes in the kill zone, he's thrown.
And these guys have set themselves up well. And Peñalosa, despite having an abrasion, is coming.
Puts up shots when he decides to throw. Rojas actually an easy target, and he's some kind of and that's the powerful shot.
Peñalosa keeps coming forward. That you're going to get hit with shots coming in as you're making a fan's fight. Rojas doing a great job working the body. Peñalosa knowing that fair here.
Yes, we have a little bit too much room is the to keep this kid off from coming in. Look at these guys battle. Man! There's the bell.
Sa round 3, nagsimula ng umatake si Peñalosa, pero hindi natitinag si Rojas. Gumaganti rin ng sunod-sunod na suntok si Rojas sa katawan at mukha ni Peñalosa.
Steps him back, and Peñalosa tries to protect that eye as he takes body shots, and then on the inside, Rojas is landing some shots there. He's missing a lot, but he's landing as well. Oh, big right hand back by Jerry.
I'm not talking about taking the round off. He had to sit there and try to have a little bit of a defensive first posture. It was a decision to make, and he's trying to do a little bit of that by getting on the inside so he can smother and then go to work.
And Rojas gets delivered from afar on the inside. He is missing a lot of shots. That one was up kind of the corner slit of his left thigh. Big powerful the left hand, back to the right hand. Misses the left, and the uppercuts now from Rojas. Man,
so much for intimidation, so much for fighting on the road. Rojas told us he needs to knock out.
Sa round 4, nagpatuloy ang gagandang palitan ng mga suntok ni Peñalosa at ni Tomas Rojas.
He's invested in his chin. He is letting shots go. He is willing to take the risk because he's the guy that could be on the outside using height and reach. He's just going inside, wailing away. He is fighting Peñalosa that he can butt him, that he can outpunch him. But when Rojas is coming forward.
Well, Rojas is scoring his share of some punches here now. He's out uppercuts, right hands, taking on the glove. The blood trickles again from that, due to the fact that the accidental headbutt rule doesn't rule here because it wasn't accidental. It was caused by a glove. Looping left hand landed by Peñalosa. Back with the looping right is Rojas. Digs to the body of Rojas. You know, I talked to Rojas about losing the close decision.
Almost every fighter will say that. Some guys will come out and have the look of someone who may have lost some tough decision to not get tight like this. He can still win, but he's getting caught with stuff he doesn't have to. If you have the height and reach, why not use it?
Now he's trying to, but Peñalosa, and finished the Rojas in his last fight, which was in April, still lost.
Sa round 5, kita ang magandang kondisyon ni Rojas at ni Peñalosa dahil sa dami ng mga suntok na tumatama sa parehong boksingero. Walang sinyales, nabibigay na lang basta-basta.
And that's what I've been talking about, the outside style of Rojas. It would serve him better with the height and being on the inside and letting Peñalosa, if he is able to keep this going. But when he dropped his right hand, look how open he is.
Oh yeah, he's wide open when he drops. There's enough experience to be able to take it right there. And that time he drops the left shoulder. Now he's putting it
off of his shoulder, however, because he's starting the jab from down low. So even when he's jabbing, he's open as he gets coming.
Right there. But look at him battle back. Closing seconds now, the fifth round. Left thigh that's been cut, but they've got the cut closed. His roll uppercut was kind of a, oh, he got nailed coming in that time. Boy, Peñalosa has an ability to time shots, doesn't he? Skilled guy, and he waits, he knows what he's doing. That time he's ducked, he circles around, he doesn't often get caught in the ropes. He throws on about 3 or 4 heavy blows, and then there's a 5th throw, and then you see the 2 side punches. His Rojas battling back as we come up for the bell to end 6.
Now when Rojas was outside, and if he doesn't do the work, then Peñalosa can steal it.
Sa round 7, kahit pinagtatatamaan ni Peñalosa sa muka si Rojas, hindi naman nababawasan ang pagiging agresibo ng Mexican boxer. Pilit pinapalambot si Peñalosa sa mga atake sa katawan nito.
Takes the left hand again. When he faded that time, he faded when he turned his right hand and got nailed with the left. A couple of pretty good uppercuts, but Jerry blocks most of them with his gloves.
And Peña body shots with Rojas coming to him like this. Rojas, he wants to mix it up a little bit, not have one predictable style. He's in dice roll territory to duck in on the inside of score.
Now, see, I think that Peñalosa is having his best round now in his last 3 rounds because he's really neat. Peñalosa's turned this fight around here in the 7th round. Biggie body shot, drills him behind the elbow. Uppercut taken on the chin. This is good stuff. Meanwhile, Jerry's got to be very careful defensively that he didn't get slapped protecting him while the blood is coming down.
At pagkatapos ng round 7, sinigawan pa ni Rojas si Jerry Peñalosa.
8th round now, and that cut is open up again. Come in here in magnificent shape to put on a show for the crowd in attendance. Action slowed down just a little bit, but you'd expect it because he's been a...
He's landed early, setting up the fact that this should slow down a little bit later.
Well, looping shot that time by round. Nothing too wild, nothing too dramatic, but he's landing punches.
And when the guy with the smaller reach start to out-jab you, that's a bit of a problem, as Peñalosa getting inside, and he sets up stuff with his, beats him to the punch with the jab, it sets up a lot for him.
That's the body, and Jerry's in such great shape, he's been able to gobble him up. Jerry's been concerned about being back, and it may have changed his strategy a little bit for this fight, because while he has to be offensive enough to win the fight, he's got to be defensive enough so he doesn't get caught on top of it. Landed a couple of good shots on the inside there. There's the right hand, the left hand, the straight hand. And whenever he lands something, you hear the crowd react. Good straight left hand. That's his power shot. This guy looks like he might be ready to go, but every time you think that, as the bell ends, he doesn't.
Sa round 9, grabe talaga itong si Rojas. Tindi ng resistensya, sunod-sunod pa din ang mga banat.
You don't always see a great war with 2 lefties, but we are seeing it.
Pulls him off, gets those hands high, and as the hands come down at Rojas, Peñalosa
on the inside will do Peñalosa a favor fighting this way because it sets up an easy place for of the inside work.
Yeah, the only thing, Dave, I was going to say that he could do a little bit better is try to take left elbow and then come back upstairs with a double hook with his right hand and nail him. Just like he set up right there. And see, Rojas, it's much easier to spot and pick up, but this guy is so aggressive. There it is, right there. He has the idea. He knows exactly.
Sa round 10, parang makina itong si Tomas Rojas. Huling round na, pero ang lakas pa din. Si Jerry Peñalosa, pag nakakita ng butas, bumabanat din.
He'd like to make this definitive by finishing this guy off. Remember the uppercut, but there's no stopping Rojas. He keeps coming. Oh, a very powerful left. and he's taking shots, but he's taking them on the
Operate on the inside without getting hit too much throughout the middle rounds and the later rounds of this fight. And the confidence is oozing out of him now as he's happy about the fact he can.
Now, to this point, you'd almost have to give the round in many ways for aggressiveness to Rojas. To Peñalossa's landed such heavy blows. It's his round.
He's taken him to school despite the fact that he has been the one counterpuncher. This is how a counterpuncher.
If this was a 12-round fight, it'd probably go the same way for the last couple of rounds. But this has been some sensational performance by two tremendous professional athletes. Big right hand landed that time by Rojas, but Peñalosa able to gobble it up. There's no quit in Rojas. I can see why he's never been down. There's the bell. How about that? Listen to the crowd.
All for your winner by unanimous decision, Jerry Peñalosa.
Maswerte na lang at nalusutan ni Jerry Peñalosa ang boksingero na si Tomas Rojas. Hindi rin talaga basta-basta ang boksingerong ito. Pandayo ang Mexican at nahirapan ang ating pambato na si Jerry Peñalosa. So yan po ang gusto kong i-share sa inyo ngayong araw sa mga kaibigan at kababayan natin dyan sa Pinas, mga boxing fans at sa mga tulad kong OFW saan man panig sa mundo. Kumusta po kayong lahat dyan? Kung nagustuhan niyo po itong aking video, paki-like at kung pwede, mag-subscribe na din po kayo. At para updated kayo sa aking mga video, pwede nyo i-click ang notification bell. Maraming salamat sa inyong panonood. Shout out kay Mr. Minandro Domingo ng KSA, kay Mr. Brando Makatangay ng KSA, kay Mr. Ricardo Bernaldo Jr., GI pa din ng Bahamas, kay Mr. Narciso Dupla, kay Miss Madam B at Bilma Reyes, kay Mr. Dong Tangloy Malyari, Jen Merdan Garcia ng Macau, Nerio Morcia, Billy Jubildad, Jan Maravillas at kay Mr. Edgar Balili. Maraming salamat po sa pagsuporta nyo sa aking channel.